Having done a daily training practice for over 4 years straight, I get to share with you the 5 most important things you need to know to make your practice consistent. By the way, I'm Michael Ravenwood, and I throw lightning bolts to empower people and create harmony. Now, the first tip I've got for you is to start small. One of the primary ways people fail at this, myself included, is by trying to go too big too fast. If you assume goals that are too large for the practicalities of your life, you end up setting yourself up for failure and then going into kind of like a self-loathing, and then that's never good. So pick something you can definitely do. 5 minutes of meditation a day, 10 minutes of exercise, whatever it is, pick something and do it every single day. Then, once you've made a habit of that piece, you can always add things later on. I have been doing that for a few years when my beautiful wife Anja informed me it's called habit stacking. Anyway, to review, that first piece is just to start small and build confidence. Next, try to have a buddy or a class you go to, someone who can support you along the way and ultimately keep you accountable. Sometimes, even just the reward of human connection will bring you back to the practice, even if you weren't going to do it normally. Another hack is to have a tracking sheet. Every single day, no matter how many practices you have, you just create a column for whether you did it or not, what the practice is, and then another column for if you didn't do it, why. This form of journaling will help you realize the things in your life that you're not necessarily letting go of in order to make room for things you'd really like to see. There's also a little dopamine hit you get, like a little reward chemical in your brain. When you see that you've been doing it day after day after day, you're like, increased self-respect. Another way to connect reward to this is to withhold something from yourself that you normally just do until after you do the practice. For example, I don't allow myself my invigorating beverage in the morning until after I've done my workout. Another way you can go about it is to withhold screen time until you meditate. It's important to remember that we actually experience more pleasure once we withhold pleasure from ourselves. If you just pleasure yourself, you're going to feel it less and less and need more and more stimulation. When you intentionally withhold pleasures from yourself, or even go directly into challenge, you actually create more pleasurable experiences later on. Now, the fifth and final piece is about commitment. It starts with making a list of the things that you're really doing this for. Whether it's a written list or a vision board, maybe the pictures of your family or the pictures of the things that you'd like to see in your life. If you anchor into your why, the reason why you're doing it, the people that you love and the life that you want to live, it can help. And the other piece of commitment is picking a specific length of time during which you will do the exercise, preferably 30 days or more. Think of this kind of like a flywheel. It takes some energy to get it going, but once you get it going, it's easier and easier every single day. Until eventually, it's just a healthy habit and you do it without thinking. So if anything I've said in this video is helpful to you, put "do it" in the comments. If you would "do it" in the comments, then we'll know you got the message. And if you're interested in knowing a little more about how you can anchor your practices, reach out to me.